What's up, guys? Welcome back to Veteran Aquatics. My name is Dylan, and today is a special video. Today I am going to tell you how I got monetized and got almost 2,000 subscribers within a year. When it comes to getting monetized on YouTube, there are certain requirements that you have to hit, and getting your first 1,000 subs is really hard. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll tell you how I did it in a minute. So if you're new to my channel and you're seeing this video and this is your first introduction to me, my name is Dylan and I run this channel, Veteran Aquatics. I've had it up since about November of 2019, and in that time I've managed to get almost 2,000 subscribers, and it only took me 10 months to get monetized. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. It's how we support each other and it's how you can support me as a channel. Also, I'm going to put the link down below. I just launched a Patreon, so if you want to help me rebuild this fish room like I've been talking about in my past couple of videos, go ahead and click on the link. There's a couple of different tiers, and I'd really sincerely appreciate anybody that wants to support the channel just a little bit extra. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the video. Let's talk about YouTube monetization. So first, how do you get monetized and what is it? So YouTube monetization is what we're going to call AdSense. So Google AdSense will put ads on your videos and you will get what are called monetized playbacks. In order to get those ads on your videos, you have to hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time within a rolling 12-month period. Right? That means if you start in November and then by next November you're a little bit short, but in December you hit it, within the last 12 months, you can then apply for your Google AdSense account and get approved as a YouTube partner. What happens then, your channel gets reviewed, and then you can start putting ads in your videos. These ads, it's a huge range of what you can get paid, right? It can be anywhere from 5 cents for a view of an ad to 25 cents. Some of them are even higher, $1, $2. It depends on the type of channel you have and the type of content you're producing, which determines the type of ads that are placed on your videos. So for those of you that keep aquarium fish, you're probably seeing more pet-oriented ad, Petco, PetSmart, anything like that is probably the more of what you're seeing on my channel because it is an aquarium-oriented channel. However, somebody that did fitness or anything to do with auto mechanics or vehicles would probably see very different ads popping up on their channel. All right, so in a rolling 12-month period, hit your 1,000 subscribers and your 4,000 hours of watch time. Now, those are the requirements to be monetized. But how did I do it, and how did I do it so fast? So for those of you that are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, let me tell you this. There's not much faster you can do it. Now, there have been overnight successes, but those aren't the rule. Those are more the exception. Generally speaking, it can take a year, 2 years, 3 years to get monetized. But how do you do it faster? Dylan, how did you do it so fast? Well, I'm going to tell you. There's a couple of things that I did to really boost the success of my channel, and especially early on, it's really hard to grow. Those first 100 subscribers are probably the hardest. So let's talk about the type of content that you're putting out, because that's what you're doing. You're a content creator. So first, you need to make entertaining and or informative content. Perks if you can get both in one video. So if you're just making a video of you walking down the street, you're not going to get anything. But if you're engaging and entertaining or informative, people are more likely to watch your stuff. The longer somebody watches your video, the more it pops up in YouTube's algorithm, and the more likely somebody else is to see it. These are called impressions. So when somebody sees it and has a chance to click on your video, that is an impression. Your impression rate is whether or not they did click on it. All right, my impression rate is probably somewhere around 7% at the moment, which isn't too bad. So make your content good, get a good camera. I'm using a phone right now and I can record in 4K, both front and back camera. I'm using a Samsung Galaxy Note 20 Ultra, and the improvement in camera quality is amazing from my Galaxy S10e. So get you a good phone. If you're doing more of a vlog style video, that is definitely going to be really beneficial. You don't have to lug around heavy camera equipment or spend a ton of money on heavy camera equipment. Now, these phones are expensive, but generally there's a way you can get it for a good price or pay it off month by month through your phone carrier. So invest in a 4K camera if you can. YouTube also suggests 4K videos more often than standard definition videos. Alright, so that takes care of your content quality. Next, find your niche. Right? You don't want to make one video about soccer, one video about cars, and then one video about fish tanks. It's really going to divide your audience, and it's going to kill your channel in the long run. If I made double videos, I would make a different channel for those type of videos. People come here to see aquarium related content, and that's what I make. If I wanted to do anything else, I would start another YouTube channel for it. Find your niche and focus on that. If you're going to be a super saltwater person, keep your saltwater tanks and make your videos about that. If you're going to do mixed, that's fine. Just know that the fresh and salt guys aren't always going to watch the same video. So specialize in your content and find something that makes you unique, right? You don't want to do the same exact thing as everybody else. Gaming channels are hard because there's a lot of them, and a lot of people make the same content for the same mainstream games. You have to do something different, either in your personality or your presentation, that makes you a little bit different. So make sure you're taking that into consideration when you start making your videos. So how long should you make your video? Because I get asked that quite a bit too. At least 10 minutes. And at first, that's not going to matter so much. But when you get monetized, you will be able to go back and monetize your old videos, and having a video that is at least 10 minutes in length will allow you to put an ad in the middle of the video, thereby exponentially increasing your ad revenue. So make sure from the very beginning, try to get at least 10 minutes out of every one of your videos. That way when you get monetized, you can make the most money possible from Google AdSense. Alright? Something that I did that you may or may not be able to do depending on your niche is at the beginning, and even now, I share a lot on other platforms. Now, Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, their algorithms do not like to take you from there. So if you're sharing a link to YouTube on Facebook, Facebook doesn't like to share that and spread that around. They want you to stay on Facebook. Something you can do to semi-circumvent that is put your thumbnail in the post and the link in the comments. I haven't done enough testing to see if it makes much of a difference, but I only get about 7% of my lifetime views have come from Facebook, right? But in the beginning, it's very helpful because your first subscribers, they're going to be your friends, your family, your aunt, your uncle, your cousin, your friend from high school, just trying to come out and support you, right? So if you're in groups, there's groups for everything in Facebook. Share those videos in those groups if you're allowed to. I haven't done it yet, but I'll do it now. So a quick shout out to a couple of my favorite Facebook groups. One, there's mine, DIY Everything Aquariums. I like to build stuff. I like to make my own filters and stands and stuff. So I made a DIY aquarium page in order to share that stuff and to get more ideas for more DIY projects to share with you guys. I'll put a link to that group down in the description below. You can join it. It is my group, and I have a couple of mods in there, and we like to share, like I said, DIY products and anything aquarium related. Next, Fish Tank Enablers. They're one of the larger groups out there, but they have very graciously allowed me to share my videos and some other YouTubers as well. They're a good group. There's a lot of people, and with a lot of people come a lot of collective knowledge. Alright, so you can check them out as well. And the last one is going to be United Tanks of America. That group started out very small and it grew very quickly, and it's an awesome group of folks. So go ahead and check these out if you're into the aquarium hobby. You won't regret it. They're pretty good groups overall. You're not going to run into a lot of toxicity and issues there. Before we go any further, stop and hit that subscribe button. It's very important that when you're watching a channel you enjoy and you want to support that creator, that you hit the subscribe button. That really helps them grow. It helps YouTube share their videos more, and in turn get them more views and more subscribers. So if you're enjoying this content or any of my other content, please hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a ton, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Next, alright, so you've begun sharing your videos. Your videos are 10 minutes in length. You're trying to be funny or entertaining or informative. What else can you do? Thumbnails. Thumbnails are important, and so are the colors that you choose. If you choose the standard red, white, and black, you're not going to stand out on the homepage when it comes to YouTube, because those are the colors that YouTube uses as well. What you want to do are pick different colors. You want to catch somebody's eye with your thumbnail. So a high quality camera, a good picture, and different colors than what is displayed on YouTube. If you're a Facebook content creator, don't use blue or white, right? It makes sense. Something that stands out, something that highly contrasts whatever platform that you're sharing your content on. So for YouTube creators, stay away from red, white, or black. I like to use a lot of green, yellow, and blue because they stand out the most from YouTube's basic color scheme. Alright, and something else that may help you when you're making your thumbnails, YouTube seems to share thumbnails with images of people in them more than they share videos of images with objects. So it's something that I have to get better at, but I don't always want to be in my thumbnail, especially considering that everything is about the fish. But it can help you when it comes to YouTube's algorithm and getting your video shared more often. And next we have tags, titles, and keywords. This is one of the most important things that you can do to make your video successful with YouTube's algorithm. So first thing I'm going to say is most people use far too many tags. I use somewhere between 5 and 8 on any given video, and that's it. I used to use a lot more, and I used to get a lot less views. And the reason behind it is this. When you add your tags, titles, and keywords to your video, YouTube then takes a couple hours to categorize your video. So for example, if I wanted to make a video about planted tanks, I would first make my title, and we'll use my last video as an example. Planted fish room tour, or all natural fish room tour. And then the thumbnail was a planted fish tank, right? I made the video title in all caps, and in the first line of my description of my video, I copy and pasted the title. In my first tag, I copy and pasted the title. Okay, that helps YouTube categorize your video, and it helps more people find exactly what they're looking at or looking for, and gives you a better opportunity for them to watch your video longer because it matches what they wanted. Alright? And when it comes to the rest of your tags, keep them along the same line. So, all natural fish tank, fish room tour, planted aquarium room tour, planted fish tank room tour, fish room tour 2020, right? You see how they're all similar, a little different. So you want to do some broad ones like fish room tour, and then you want to get more specific, planted fish room tour. And then if you want to get even more specific, low tech planted fish room tour, right? They're all a little bit different. They all might bring in a couple of different people, but they're similar enough to give YouTube a chance to correctly categorize your video and share it accordingly. If you have 40 different tags and none of them make sense, like they go vlog, basketball, sports, auto mechanics, Ferrari, fast car, Facebook, you know what I mean? Like you're just choosing popular words, YouTube is not going to be able to categorize your video, and it's not going to do well with the algorithm. So cut it down to less than 10 tags, make them make sense, and try to accurately categorize your video with your tags. But the same thing goes in your title and description, right? So in your description, the first line needs to be your title. Next, you want to do a brief description, almost like a mini blog on what the video is about. However, you want to use similar keywords to the tags that you used. Again, it helps you to categorize your video accurately, which means the right people get your video, which leads to a higher impression rate, you get a higher viewer retention, and more subscribers. Because if I'm looking for something and I don't know, let's say I'm looking for how to reseal a fish tank, and I'm clicking on videos and I find one, and it's just a video about a guy complaining that, he resealed a fish tank and it leaked, I'm not going to watch it for very long. As soon as I realize it's not going to fit what I was looking for, I'm done and I'm clicking the X, or I'm going to somebody else's video. So try to accurately report what your content is, and you will do much better with that. Alright? So tags, titles, and keywords are all very important. There is one video that I will have you watch after this video. I'll put it in the description below. It's a video from Think Media, and it talks more about their approach to using tags, title, and keywords. And I'll link that down below. Don't click on it yet. Wait until we're done. You also want to continuously push that subscribe, right? Because you need your first 1,000, and the faster you can get them, the faster you can get monetized. So every time I say subscribe in a video, it's a reminder to somebody watching, hey, click the subscription button on my channel. It's going to help me. It's going to help me grow faster. And you need the subscribers. The subscribers are what get you paid. They're the reason you make the content. And hopefully you're making enjoyable content for your subscribers. So reminder, if you haven't, hit the subscribe button for me as well. Next, let's talk about likes and dislikes, and is there a difference? Well, generally speaking, I have a 99.8% like rate, which is pretty good. But is it a bad thing when somebody dislikes your video? Does it hurt you? Does it knock you down in the algorithm? Do you become not suggested anymore? The short answer is no. It counts the exact same way as a channel interaction. So you can downvote my videos into oblivion, and it's probably not going to hurt me. If anything, it's more channel interaction, and more people are interacting with my channel. By all means. I don't want to test it. It makes me happy that people like my videos, but don't get upset when people start disliking your videos, because it doesn't necessarily hurt you in any way. So you'll notice that I keep moving around every couple of minutes to try to break it up. So that's called a screen break. So if I sat here this whole time and talked to you for 10 or 12 minutes, you'd eventually get pretty bored, because there's nothing different about what's going on. I'm just one person talking, sitting stationary. And unfortunately, I've fallen into this trap a couple of times, and sometimes it really hurts the watch time on your video. So another fun fact, YouTube will recommend videos that have a higher watch time than ones that have a lower watch time. And creating longer videos can help with that. So if I create a 30-minute video and a 3-minute video, even if everybody watches that 3-minute video from start to finish, that's still only an average watch time of 3 minutes. However, if they watch that 30-minute video for 15 minutes on average, for 15 minutes they are staying on YouTube. For 15 minutes they are watching my content. That video is going to do better because it's causing more people to stay on YouTube longer. And that's what the algorithm is trying to do. They want to keep you on YouTube. So, try to do longer videos, and don't shy away from a longer video. If it's going to be a long, boring video, you might want to shorten it up because you want to be concise, you want to kind of get to the point, build up a little bit of suspense, and then tell the audience whatever it is you need to tell them. However, you don't want to drone on for 30 minutes in front of the same stationary object and just talk at the camera. Alright, so screen breaks help a lot with that. It breaks up the view that the viewer's getting, it breaks up what they're seeing, and it gives them something different in the background. Humans have a notoriously short attention span, especially these days with electronics and instant gratification, so you have to change it up every once in a while to keep people, to keep audience retention. You want to retain people on your channel as best you can. YouTube will then recommend your videos that much more. But wait, what else can you do? What else can you do to keep people watching your content? What is going to make you stand out long enough for somebody to click that subscribe button? And the answer is easy. Make good content and make regular content. So the regular content is important. For a long time I didn't do it, but once I started, I got a lot more subscribers, a lot more views, and a lot more regular people stopping by and watching every one of my videos. Which, by the way, if you're new to the channel or haven't done so already, go ahead and click that little notification bell so you can be alerted when I put out a new video. That way you can be one of the first ones to see it. Now, moving on. Regular content. So you want to try to get on a schedule. For a while I was uploading videos whenever. I was just trying to do 2 a week. I didn't care what day of the week they fell on. And I didn't care what time. Believe it or not, both of those things make a difference. So as far as time goes, I prefer trying to upload around 1 or 2 o'clock on a weekday, or around 2 or 3 o'clock on a weekend. What that does is it gives YouTube a chance to categorize your videos, and then when folks are getting home from work, they're done doing whatever they're doing for the day and they want to sit down and watch YouTube, your video is already categorized. It's okay to do it earlier. I just like to get mine in soon enough to get the YouTube rush at around 6 p.m. And a schedule, day of the week. The particular day of the week isn't necessarily so important. What is important is trying to do content on the same day of the week, every week, regularly. Because it gets to a point where people are like, hey, my favorite YouTuber uploads a video every Tuesday at 2 p.m. So I know when I'm on my lunch break at 3, I can go and watch his video or her video. So try to get on a schedule. You don't have to make content every day. You don't have to make content every other day. But you should make your content regular. It gives the regular folks watching your channel a chance to fall into a rhythm, and it brings them back over time. And that's what you want, audience retention in the long term. It's okay if you lose a subscriber or two. It's okay if you get a couple thumbs down. It's not okay if nobody wants to come back and watch a second one of your videos. So you have a good thumbnail, your tags, title, and keywords are on point, your videos are 10 minutes long, you're being entertaining or informative, you're on a schedule, and your upload times are, earlier in the afternoon. What else can you do? Well, at that point, I think it's really on you and the type of content you decide to make. I think you need to develop your own unique personality and give the viewers something that makes you special or important or different, and that goes back to standing out. So for me, I've been very blessed. I've grown incredibly fast for a new YouTube channel, and that's why I decided to share all this information with you guys today. I've been asked about it many, many times. I've been called a new rock star or a breakout YouTuber in the fish community, at least, because I was able to get a lot of subscribers and watch time really fast. Some people get their subscribers first, some people get their watch time first. I got mine within 1 week of each other. So I got my 1,000 subs, a week later I had my watch time, right? So after a while you'll get into a rhythm and you'll get into a set pattern of things that make sense. And you can do a whole bunch more research if you want to. I did a lot of that research, and that's why I decided to kind of compile it and share it with you guys here today. So this is your last reminder. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Go ahead and check out the Think Media link down below. Check out that video because that was one of the things that really helped me, and I think they can do a much better job of explaining it than I can. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Even if you don't like fish tanks as much as I do, please hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate the support. But that's it, guys. Peace.